Hello to my Leos. All right, Leos, let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. All right, let's see what's in your cards. Leos, let's go. All right, Leos, let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. Woo, let's see what's in your cards, Leos. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Reading is for the 8th through the 15th. All right. So somebody's at the end of a long journey. Long journey. All right. That you can move on, move on, move on, move on. You're at an impasse. All right. 9 of Wands, right? 9 of Wands. Here we have the 10 of Swords here. Here we also have the 2 of Swords here, right? All right. Right. So you may have been dealing with 3 energies that were just trying to keep you levels below you. You know, sometimes that happens. You're dealing with some energies who try to keep you levels below you. But there's some choices to make, you know, dealing with energy like that. So it's just saying you can either remain around those energies or you can move on from them, right? Your choice, right? So your third eye is now wide open. Somebody has definitely decided, hey, you know what? I choose me. Somebody says, I choose me. I am taking the blindfolds off. I'm focusing. So I feel like somebody is replacing a lot of being talked about behind your back. You know, people smiling in your face and talking about you behind your back won't help you up, you know, unless it's something in it for them. They're motivated by sometimes the wrong stuff. Sometimes people are only motivated when, you know, the cameras are flashing or if it's something in them for them, right? Or the people just have different motivation. I mean, you know, that it is what it is, right? Source is saying, like everybody has to find their own star, right? Source is saying to you, you're somebody's just learning that some things just don't produce a whole lot of results, really. They just don't. When you look back, and that number 9, you had somebody just look back and just like, you may have been motivated at first. You realize it just didn't produce a lot of results. You just said, some people like to keep you in the dark about some things. They ain't giving you a whole lot of stuff. They don't tell you a whole lot of stuff. You just kept in the dark. See, there's a dark figure right here. They don't tell you a whole lot of stuff. They masking something. They not telling you stuff. You just like, you don't know really what's going on. You feel like everything is a secret. Like, you know, like you talking about this right here. You feel like everybody is a secret. You kept in the dark. You think about the moon. Like, when is the moon up? At night, right? And it's not always a full moon because you'd be fully illuminated, right? The moon has to go through phases. And so, and something was just keeping you, you know, something like you just feel like everybody was just talking about you behind your back. You just felt like, okay, you just felt like, you know, walking around with blindfolds on, had your guards up, like mad, you know, about some stuff, trying to stay focused, just distracted, right? And so Source is saying, you know, somebody had to ask the question, what's the reason? What is the motive? What is the motive? Like what's the reason? What do I have in common with somebody? What is it? What do I have in common? That was the question. That was the magic question. That was the magic question. Whenever you ask yourself the question, what do I have in common with other human beings? What do I have in common with other human beings? That's always the question. That's all. You always start there. Every human being has a purpose on planet Earth. You're not in competition with other human beings. What is my purpose for being here on planet Earth? You're not in competition with your sister, your brother, your cousin, your parents, aunts and uncles, your person's ex, the person's next, your next. You're not in competition with anybody. There is no competition. Everybody has their own star to follow. Everybody. So now looking back, somebody is saying, now I get it. Now I get it. Like a big bell just went off in somebody's brain. I get it now. I need to get focused. I need to get focused. I'm not in being in competition will keep you just like this. Sitting on a cell phone watching something day in, day out, depressed, swords in your back. While everybody else working, getting stuff done, reading books, going to school, making stuff happen, working, improving their brain, out here thriving, somebody's just like fixated on something. While everybody keeping you in the dark. While these type of energies right here keeping you in the dark, levels below them. Whoever these energies are. Or you stuck with your own belief system. You believe in this, believe in that, believe in whatever, whoever these energies are telling you. While they're keeping you in the dark. So you're fighting against the full moon while you're kept in the dark. So the full moon, you're becoming more illuminated, but you're only stuck with your beliefs, right? So you don't really know what's going on, right? But your energy level is increasing. And then that lion is coming out, right? You have to choose, do I sit on there, be regal lion, or do I act like a wild lion in the jungle? That instinct, right? That fire. So something needs to rub together so a fire can start, right? And combat. Something needs to, I'm fighting mad now. I don't know what's going on. I only have with these energies right here, with these masks on telling me. So I got to go with their belief system. Whatever they tell me, I got to believe it. And keep me in the dark, but that's all I got to go on. So everybody else like, well, what is the motive? Why are they so mad? What in the world is going on? So here's the Empress card. So all somebody has to do is like, okay, I'm so mad now because now I'm listening to this, right? I don't even know what I'm mad at. I'm just fighting mad. These energies keeping you in the dark. You just impulsive. Didn't produce a whole lot of results. So now that's so mad, I'm limit somebody's abundance and prosperity. Somebody's child or somebody's parents' abundance and prosperity. I'm about to limit something. I can either grow it or I can limit. This is what this is, the Empress card. I can either grow something or limit something, right? That can either happen to you or somebody else, right? But somebody was using you as a pawn in somebody's ear. Somebody was using you as a pawn in a chess game. Right? There's a 10 of Cups. Right? Using you as a pawn in a chess game. Seven of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. If you want to be included, if you want to be included, so 3. Talking. Number 3 is talking. Talking. Lips moving. Number 3, lips moving. Dark conversation. So 3, 5, and 3 is 8. So dark conversation. So dark conversation, 8 is talking like looking in the mirror. So it's a dark conversation being talked about somebody. Some dark conversation is being talked about somebody, their family. Calling somebody a snake. They left the area. Some dark conversation being had about some people, their family. A whole lot of stuff is saying. A whole lot of conversation. A lot of lips moving, right? A lot of people. A lot of conversation. This is what the 8 saying, right? A lot of comparisons going on, right? You better than this person. A lot of competition, right? A lot of competition, a lot of comparison. Your family better than they are. This and that. You look better. Better parents, right? Creating a whole bunch of confusion. Dark side of magician card. Dark magic, right? Because what you need in order to start a fire? Friction. You need friction to start a fire, right? So you need a bunch of this going on, right? Dark magic. So what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do now that your third eye is open is not carry other people's bitterness and burden on your shoulders that keep you in the dark intentionally. Somebody wasn't telling you everything, right? To not just believe what you hear. Anything you hear, you just hear something. You just take off. So let's see what else we got going on here. See what else we got going on here. See what else we got going on here. So what Source wants somebody to do is do a heart chakra, deep heart chakra cleanse. Heart chakra cleanse. Because what is the motive? What is the reason? What is the reason? I can see it in the cards. What is the reason? Somebody had just got tired of being talked about behind their own back. Like about you, Leos. You got tired of being talked about behind your back. People who say they loved you. So now it's time to leave behind a lot of distractions, right? Get disciplined. Use wisdom. Use some wisdom. Learn how to analyze things. Learn how to analyze things. Right? Learn how to analyze things instead of being sacrificed. So it's just saying, learn how to analyze things. This wisdom and use wisdom. So this is the polarity sign. Virgo is the polarity sign for Pisces, right? So Source is saying, learn how to sit down and get a spreadsheet. So getting overwhelmed. That's what Sources want somebody to do. Instead of getting overwhelmed by somebody telling you something and you getting overwhelmed by people keeping you in the dark about some things, and start going through a checklist. Start going through a checklist and not telling me I ain't gonna believe everything I hear about something. I need to get a checklist out because these energies, obviously, somebody's head and heart were at war with each other, so it's a time for healing. Time for healing. Something happened. Document your dreams day and night. You have the gift of clairaudience. It's clear listening. And time to schedule a vacation. But yeah, so somebody looks like they were dealing with somebody, possibly an incubus spirit that was overtaken by demons, right? And so there's always a whole backstory. This is where really, I mean, I would always say, protect yourselves first. I always say protect yourselves first. But never jump to conclusions, because you never know what the backstory is for anybody. But I would always say protect yourselves first. Protect before you jump to conclusions, because nobody really know what people's backstories are. Get to safety, obviously, first, right? And before spreading rumors and talking and engaging in conversation that could really get, and you gotta be careful what words we say on YouTube, but that's how some of the videos get taken down. That's why I'm kind of pausing. I read your comments. A lot of y'all will say, well, I know you sound like you got something else you want to say. You sound like you holding back certain things. Sometimes I'll film a video 2-3 times, and sometimes they don't go up. So that's why I'm kind of pausing. You gotta be careful with some of the words, right? But if somebody continues to keep jumping to conclude, that just jumping to conclusions about stuff and just jumping out there, all of this, it's a lot of stuff that's like right in plain sight, literally on social media. People do not want to believe that certain things happen in certain communities. And I'm just like, what is wrong? Like, why don't people, why, we're just the human race. And if people think that certain things don't happen in certain communities because of, certain things you can't say on social media. Sometimes I just shake my head like, what is, like literally right in plain sight. So you have the gift of telepathy, but make room for a new blessing. But keep on moving forward. Like I said, sometimes it's just best to just, sometimes if you feel like the light is turned on in your spirit, this is the power of divine feminine energy. I'm talking to men and women Leos. Sometimes it's just better to be quiet and say, okay, let me get to safety myself. If I feel like I'm sensing something, let me just get to safety, be quiet and pray about something, and get some answers from source. Let me get some clarity. Let me journal. Let me get some answers from clarity. Let me get some answers from source. Me scheduling an appointment with my therapist or something, somewhere where it's confidential, where it's not talking to this friend, that friend. I just need you to talk to my friends real quick. It's not confidential. Talk to somebody that's going to help you, like unpack some stuff. Let me gain some clarity somewhere first, where it's confident, it's not going anywhere. But let me gain some clarity. So because if somebody is, it's a safe space to talk. Because if you're around energies where they're very low vibrational, and they're going to take that information and it's going to spread far and wide, where you don't know where it's going to land, and somebody end up getting seriously injured or worse. Y'all know what I'm saying. And people are like, oh my God, I had no idea that person was. 00, I'm observant. Angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that is happening. Trust your intuition. Follow their guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. Yeah, this could be your child. That's how stuff just go awry, because somebody this is what's called dark magic. All this sitting and listening to all this this dark negative conversation. The source is trying to help somebody to stay focused. If it's dark about another human being in human form, source is saying, cut the conversation. Cut the conversation. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear. You have anything positive to say about them? Anything positive? Anything uplifting, like compassion? That's the part of the story. Like, what is a backstory? The backstory or something. Because this sound like a bunch of, it didn't produce whatever you look back, it just didn't produce what it was supposed. There was no growth in that, none. So that is what I have for you all. that is what I have for you all. And Source is trying to, like I said before, Source is trying to help somebody to move on to, like I said, discipline, using wisdom, moving forward, and not just being in the dark, not just, being around people who just like to keep people levels below them and keeping you in the dark about some stuff. They just, like I said, somebody could have met their soulmate. For somebody who is, if some of y'all are already with your person, but as if somebody could have met their soulmate, but this could have been a situation where somebody did meet their soulmate, but some people just was trying to keep you and excuse me, could have been keeping you and somebody apart intentionally because they didn't want y'all to know. Because had y'all gotten together, y'all could have had a very rich legacy together. So that's the other part to this too. Had you and somebody gotten together, y'all would have had a very rich legacy together, and somebody saw it, that y'all weren't on the same frequency. The scales instantly fell from their eyes. This happens in business all the time. It happens in love relationships and business. Remember, this is partnership in business and love. This could have happened. Somebody could have instantly said, I already know who they lined up with. I already know who they connected with. Because that's the other side of this. I already know. No way. I already know who they talking to. I already know. Because people can just tell the frequency. They already know. So that's what I'm saying. Source is trying to help somebody learn how to use wisdom. Learn how to not cut off your own abundance and prosperity by what you're saying. That's what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do. Like, leave the circus behind. Leave it behind. Let the scales are now falling from your eyes. That's what I have for you all. Like I said, I'm sending a lot of abundance and prosperity your way. And, see you all learning how to, take your power back. Learning how to take your power back. So that's what I have for you. All right. Bye.